NASCAR Xfinity Series race has officially concluded from the Charlotte ROVAL, and Connor Zilisch puts up a dominant clinic and picks up his 10th win of 2025 in dominant fashion. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race from the Charlotte ROVAL, the NC 250. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. Let's begin by talking about the driver who picked up the win in the victory, and that, of course, is Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch today absolutely put up a dominant clinic. He won the pole by nearly half a second over the rest of the field. He had a decent battle early in this race on lap number 1 against Justin Allgaier, but once he got by Justin Allgaier, he started scooting out and pulling away. He would pull out each lap maybe a tenth. Then he gained 2 tenths. And as it got longer in the run, Justin Allgaier could not keep up with Connor Zilisch. And there was one point where Connor Zilisch was a second faster a lap than the rest of the field and continued to dominate and pull away from the rest of the field at that point. A caution would come out around 5 laps ago in stage number 1 when Harrison Burton had a field pressure issue. One of the drivers competing for the playoffs at this point. He would go to the garage, actually stop trying to get back behind, trying to get out of the way so not bring out a caution. He would bring out a caution, though, for the first time in the race. Then everyone came down pit road. Justin Allgaier actually won the race off pit road, and a bunch of drivers played strategy at that point. But Connor Zilisch got by all the traffic and was able to get the race lead, get by all the traffic, and get to past the guys up front. And coming off the corner, Connor Zilisch would win stage number 1. We got back racing in stage number 2 with Connor Zilisch continuing to lead this race, and he would start pulling away once again and get guys like Jesse Love and Justin Allgaier. A caution would come out a few laps in the run when Josh Williams stalled on the racetrack. Josh Williams had actually gone to the garage, came back on the racetrack, was multiple laps down, brought out the caution. During the yellow, most leaders came down pit road, or actually most of them actually stayed out, and Connor Zilisch had the race lead. But as the race continued on, Connor Zilisch pulled out to a near 7 or 8 second lead by the time all the guys would come down pit road, and Connor actually came out around 10th position. Meanwhile, guys like Jesse Love, Sammy Smith, Nick Sanchez, Sheldon Cream, Austin Hill were among the guys that actually would stay out to try to get the stage points, and Jesse Love would actually come off the corner and win stage number 2, followed by I believe, Carson Quaffle and Nick Sanchez and those guys as well. Once they came down pit road, Connor Zilisch would have the race lead, and Connor Zilisch got a really good restart on Justin Allgaier, who'd be in second position, with around 25 laps to go, and Connor Zilisch started taking off and pulling away. In the first couple laps of the run, Connor Zilisch was a little bit quicker, but as the run progressed and went on, once we got to around 15 to 20 to go, Connor Zilisch started dominating and checking out and pulling away. Meanwhile, we got on the radio that Austin Hill was starting to have an engine issue, was losing a lot of gearing, and starting to have, I think he lost a cylinder, I'm pretty sure, and was starting to drop back quite a bit and was losing a ton of ground. It would basically take him out of contention and making it to the next round. Tough break for Austin Hill, who was having a pretty good day at this point of this race. But as Connor Zilisch continued dominating, a couple guys would have issues. Connor Mosack, who was having a phenomenal run today, he would come down pit road with around 10 laps to go. And it looked like Connor Zilisch was going to come across and win this race and by over 10 seconds. All of a sudden, with 3 laps to go, Sage Karam had a flat tire, who was running, I believe, around the top 20 at this point in this race, has a flat tire, sheds debris on the racetrack, and comes to stop on the racetrack with 3 to go, bringing out the yellow and the caution. During the final yellow of this race, a bunch of drivers come down pit road, except Connor Zilisch, Austin Green, Jeb Burton, Kaz Grala, Taylor Gray, Alex LeBay, Connor Mosack, Sammy Smith, and Brandon Jones were among those guys that would end up coming down pit road. And on the final restart, Connor Zilisch got a really good run from the outside with Austin Green on the inside. And Austin Green actually got a pretty good restart and kept up with Connor Zilisch for a turn. But Connor Zilisch was able to clear Austin Green for the race lead. Meanwhile, Alex LeBay would get turned in turn number 7, got hit by Brendan Poole after getting dumped, and Sammy Siv would move up to 3rd position. As it came to the white flag, Connor Zilisch had about a 1 to 2 second lead over the rest of the field, and as they were getting ready to head up toward the turn where every bit of chaos can happen, the caution comes out with Connor Zilisch having a race lead. The caution was for oil. This means that Connor Zilisch will come off the final corner and pick up his 10th win of the 2025 season and his 11th career NASCAR Xfinity Series win. What a dominant day by Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch, outside of losing some positions on pit road during a pit stop, he had no adversity throughout the day. That 88 car was absolutely dynamite, absolutely dominant, led a majority of the race. I think Connor led like 61 or 62 out of like the 70 laps, I'm pretty sure, which is one of the most dominant races we've seen on road courses maybe ever in the Xfinity Series. We knew Connor was going to be the guy to beat because Connor Zilisch is so good at road courses, but now Connor Zilisch also continues breaking records with his 17 consecutive consecutive top 5 finish in a row. What this 88 team has been doing has been phenomenal and incredible throughout the season. Congratulations, 88 team. I can't wait for Connor to move up to the Cup Series, and if Connor Zilisch doesn't win the championship, it's going to feel robbed in my opinion, because 88 team's been the best team all year to have a dominant season and have a dominant win like he had today. A phenomenal day for Connor Zilisch, a well-earned and well-deserved victory. Congratulations to Connor Zilisch on picking up the win. I'm telling you, Connor is not done winning races. He's going to be really good at the final 4 races of this year, and I think he's got a really good chance to win this championship. A big day for Connor, 5 extra playoff points as well. Congratulations, 88 team, on picking up the win in the victory. A well-earned win for Connor. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the race results and again my score thoughts on today's race. So at the time Connor Zilisch picks up the win, Austin Green finishes second. What a phenomenal day for Austin Green. He ran top 10 all race long, was up around 4th before the yellow flag came out, actually got up to 3rd position before the final yellow came out, and comes home with a runner-up finish. One of the best runs I've seen Austin Green put together. He's a great road course guy. I really hope he's full-time next year in the Xfinity Series or the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, because that kid has a ton of talent. An amazing run for Austin. He finishes second. Sammy Smith finished 3rd. I believe Sammy Smith is locked into the next run at the time I'm recording this. A phenomenal run for Sammy Smith at the end. They play strategy, came down Pirot before the Sage Caram yellow came out. A really good and gutsy call to get in 3rd position. A great day for Sammy Smith. Ran top 10 most of the day. A phenomenal run. He finishes 3rd. Kaz Grall finished 4th. A really good day for Kaz Grall. Ran top 5 and top 10 all day long. Showed phenomenal pace and really, really good speed. Was up in the top 10. Great run for Kaz. He finished 4th. Connor Mosack finished 5th. A great recovery. Connor was, I think, the 3rd best car behind Justin Allgaier and Connor Zilisch throughout the day. Connor proved himself today, one of the best runs I've seen him ever put together. Collectively, an amazing day and a great comeback after his issues near the end. He finished 5th. Good run for Connor Mosack. Jed Byrne finished 6th. Solid day for Jed Byrne. Was not expecting Byrne to be a factor in any way, shape, or form. He ran top 10 in the second half of this event and gets a really strong top 10 finish in 6th. Good run for him. William Swalsh finished 7th. Another top 10 for him. He got better as the day progressed and went on. Yes, he did play some strategy to get up inside the top 10, but he showed some pretty decent pace all day long and comes home with a 7th place finish. Solid day for him. Justin Allgaier finished 6th, 8th. I think he was the best the rest of the field behind Connor Zilisch. I think he had the 2nd best car, but was nothing for Connor all day long. But one of the best runs we've seen Justin Allgaier put together on road courses this year. Wasn't able to get up there and challenge for the win. Lost a lot of track position, but finishes 8th. Good run for him. Nick Sanchez finished 9th. A decent day for him. Unfortunately, he's eliminated from the playoffs, sadly. But Nick did show some okay speed, but faded as the run progressed. He finished 9th. And Christian Eckes finished 10th. Ran top 10 a lot of this event. Had to start near, I think, the mid-pack of the field and comes home with a solid top 10 run. Good day for him. Sheldon Creed finished 11th. Unfortunately, I think Sheldon Creed's actually locked into the next round with a solid run today. Not a bad day for him. Jesse Love finished 12th. Capitalized throughout the day on stage points. Did lose a ton of ground and wasn't able to be a factor at the end, but he was going for the stage points, which is the main thing he was focused on, and finishes 12th. Solid day for him. Taylor Gray finished 13th. Taylor Gray, unfortunately, I believe, has been eliminated from the playoffs. Tough for Taylor, who was actually charging his way up to the front near the end. He finished 13th, and unfortunately, the old tires kind of cost him there. Eric Almirola finished 14th. Almirola was in the top 5 quite a bit in this race, but unfortunately lost a ton of track position on pit road. He finished back there because of that. Carson Cobble finished 15th. Carson, I believe, is also locked into the next round. Carson was a top 10 car most of the day, but did lose some track position near the end. Does get a top 15 finish. Not a bad run for him. Parker Reslov gets a top 20 in 16th. Daniel Hemrick finished in 17th. Brandon Jones finished 18th. Sam Mayer, who just had a disastrous day most of this run, he finished 19th. And Ryan Seek finished 20th. Josh Flicky had a really good run in the Truck Series race yesterday. He finished 21st. Corey Day finished 22nd. Corey Day got damaged right from the start, was inside the top 15 at one point near the end, but got turned, I believe, by Sammy Smith and gets it, unfortunately, faded back to 22nd, but was putting up a resilient run near the end of this race. Just unfortunately, kind of got screwed at the end. He finished 22nd. Anthony Alfredo finished 23rd. Ryan Ellis finished 24th. Sage Cameron brought out the final yellow, finished in 25th. Lee Honeyman finished in 26th. Jeremy Clemens finished 27th. Austin Hill finished 28th. Austin Hill, like I mentioned, was having a really good run all day long. Unfortunately for Austin Hill, he sadly had a mechanical gremlin and a mechanical issue near the end of the race. A tough break once again for Hill. Just when you have some of that stuff happen, it can be very, very unfortunate. It was a really good run for Hill going, but unfortunately his chance to win would be over. He finished 28th. Blaine Perkins finished 29th. Alex Abate finished 30th. Brendan Poole was having a really good run throughout the day, finished 31st. Matt DiBenedetto finished 32nd. Kyle Seek finished in 33rd. Harris Saburn, who fell out of the race with his issues, finished 34th. Fortunately eliminated. Dean Thompson finished 35th. Daniel Dye finished 36th. Josh Williams finished 37th. And finishing last in 38th is Preston Pardus. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the playoff standings going into the first race of the round of 8. We don't still have the playoff standings at this point in time recording this video. God, I still don't like the playoffs, and I really don't like this playoff system, but it is what it is. Let's talk about the race real quick. Honestly, the race itself was an alright race. Connor Zilisch dominated. There was some decent racing throughout the field. I think there were good moments for sure, but not great moments throughout the race as well. Very difficult to pass at times, but it wasn't impossible to pass throughout the day. I think it was a decent race, not a great race by any stretch of imagination. My score of this race, I'm going to actually say this is an alright race. My score is going to be a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. So that is going to be for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from the Charlotte ROVAL. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me to Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go to more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's race. Your thoughts on today's race, let me know below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And congratulate Connor Zilisch on picking up the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow morning on the channel, we're going to see a starting lineup video for the Bank of America World 400. You'll see the race review as well. Then Sunday, we'll have Monday, we'll have a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel, talk about the lawsuit updates between 27 Front Row and a lot of teams like Rick Hendrick and Hendrick Motorsports and all that, trying to basically defend the current system we have with the charters. Also talk about Kyle Busch potentially getting a new crew chief, and maybe his future would potentially go to Spire in the future. We got a lot of other content dropping as well, and people like Haley Deegan, S. Week, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Paul Walsh, Ross Chastain, Charlotte Creed, Sam Mayer, Frankie Muniz, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Cletus Avon, Dodge Ram, Red Bull, all the good stuff like Junior Motorsports as well. We'll talk about on the channel coming days and weeks as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, buddy.